Hello guys and welcome to another video from Vintage Radar. Today I'm going to show you the difference between manual wind watches and automatic watches. So the first thing and maybe the most important thing that you need to know is that both manual wind and automatic watches are mechanical watches. So as you can see here on the back, you can see that both have a mechanical movement. Now if I move the two watches around, you will be able to see a small difference between the two, and that is that this one on the right has an extra metallic part that moves as I move the watch. So as you can see, as I rotate the watch, this metallic part is also going to rotate. This metallic part is called a rotor, and this is the main part of the automatic movement when it comes to the difference, because as you wear the watch, that rotor is going to actually wind the watch as you wear it. So as you go through your day and have the watch on your wrist, you are going to move your wrist around, and this rotor is going to keep on moving, and that is going to wind your automatic watch. Now when it comes to manual wind watches, they do not have this rotor, so it means that we need to manually wind the watch, and you do that by rotating the watch crown to the right, so in a clockwise direction, just like this. Also, you can hear the watch wind. One of the most frequently asked questions is how many times should you wind a manual wind watch, so mechanical watch, and the right answer is around 15 to 20 times. This is on average, especially for newer or serviced mechanical watches. As you keep on winding your watch, so rotating it in a clockwise direction, the watch crown, you are going to see that in the beginning it is very easy to wind it, and as you get closer and closer to that 20, 30 benchmark, you are going to feel a lot of resistance from the watch crown. This means that you are getting closer and closer to the maximum threshold of winding, meaning you do not want to go past that maximum winding threshold, because you can actually break the mainspring, and that is something very bad, and you are going to need a proper service in order to fix it. This is why when you feel some resistance, maybe a lot of resistance, you can actually stop. Now on vintage mechanical watches, sometimes that haven't been serviced for let's say 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 years, you will be able to see that after 1, 2, 3 winds, the watch crown is going to get stuck, and the watch sometimes can run for 1-2 hours or not at all. This is a clear indication that your watch needs a service, so you need to proceed and go to a watchmaker in order to have your watch serviced. Now another thing that you might see around is that there are going to be automatic watches that also feature a manual winding option. So there are going to be certain automatic movements that also can be hand winded. Some people might say that this is going to break your watch, but that is not the case, because otherwise the watchmaker or the manufacturer, so the watch brand, would not have included that option within the watch. Something that you need to know is that when you have an automatic watch, just like this one, that usually winds when wearing, and you use the manual winding feature, more gears are going to be engaged. Thus, your watch is going to get a little bit more wear compared to if you were to only use the rotor, so the automatic movement, the automatic function of the watch. So this is something that you want to keep in mind. Some people, for example as myself, when I pick an automatic watch that also has a manual winding option, I wind it 2-3 times so that I have the seconds hand going. I set the time and date, and then I put it on my wrist. This way I have the watch already going, and I don't need to worry about whether it runs or not, and as I wear it, the watch is going to keep on winding itself. So that is something that you need to know. Another question about automatic watches is whether you can overwind the watch. Usually when it comes to the rotor, once it reaches the maximum threshold of windings, it is going to automatically slip, and it will not wind the watch even more. This is something that the watchmakers have thought of in order to protect the mainspring and the watch movement on automatic watches. Now, if you have a manual winding option on your automatic watch, this is something that you need to think about. So you do not want to keep on winding, because you can actually maybe overwind, so to overrule that protection and damage the movement. Make sure to always check with the user's manual, because a lot of vintage watches or more modern watches have different intricacies when it comes to their movements, so make sure to read as much as you can about your particular movement. Thus, you can enjoy it for a longer period of time. So guys, that was the video, the tutorial that I had for you today. Now you know more about the difference between manual wind mechanical watches and automatic mechanical watches. If you found this video useful, guys, make sure to leave a comment in the comment section below. Let me know what you think, what you would like to see next on the YouTube channel. Give it a thumbs up because I appreciate it as well. And subscribe to this YouTube channel so that you can enjoy even more videos. I'm going to see you guys on the next one.